Good afternoon, everybody. This is a live emergency briefing as we have a tornado warning. Likely tornado here, east side of Tulsa, western village area, near the junction of I-44 and 244. Looks like some damaging RFD too in Oak Brook Village down there near I-44. Western Village is where that strongest rotation is located right now. Maybe up toward Wagon Wheel as well. Definitely the oak tree inn getting slammed by destructive RFD, potentially the south side of a tornadic circulation here. Let's take a look and see if there's any debris getting lofted, and there is. So this is a tornado that's happening right now. You're seeing it live here, just north of I-44. That was the damage scan. Looks like that damage now lifting off to the northeast, very close to the Denny's, I-44 and 244. Looks like damage happening near that Denny's there, right near the intersection of I-44 and 244. So confirmed tornado east side of Tulsa. This is what we are watching right now. Debris getting lofted to by this being indicated by a dual pole radar. There is that circulation lifting up northeast rapidly up toward the Denny's right now. So this is as of 23 after, about 5 minutes ago. So I do think that circulation is going to be a bit to the east. But Western Village, Plainview Heights, damaging a tornado happening here east side of Tulsa. Western Village, Plainview Heights area, intersection of I-44 and 244. If you're heading west on I-44 toward Tulsa, you probably want to wait, pull over, wait for this thing to go through, figure out a situation if you're located along Highway 412 to the near the Catoosa area. You want to be in your safe place, extending well off to the east as well. Definitely a code red needed for this one. Definitely a destructive tornado in progress right now. This is east of Tulsa. Definitely a tornado happening. We can see the debris getting lofted by this big, long RFD, basically a QLCS, but you can see the embedded supercell structure there. Inflow, a little bounded weak echo region as well there to the southwest of Garnett. But the tornadic circulation embedded within this rain blob. So this thing is wrapped in rain, definitely. Probably power flashes happening. I-44 and 244 paralleling 412 and I-44 near this location, near Catoosa, between Catoosa and Tulsa. Right now it's to the east of I-44, of 244 and I-44 intersection, so it is ripping along I-44 there. Likely motorists trying to drive into this. It's a little bit behind the gust front, as often happens at these QLCS type tornadoes. You get a big bulging effective RFD happening with it. That's off to the south, and it looks like it might have already done its damage. It happened near Western Village and Oak Brook Village, up near the Denny's there, near the intersection of 244 and I-44. Still a very strong RFD there. A little bit behind the main gust front as well. So I think that we just saw a very quick, destructive QLCS tornado. They sure seem to happen a lot up here in this part of the country in northeastern Oklahoma. Zooming out, you can definitely see the squall line structure here. Definitely a bow echo moving through a broken arrow where there's a severe thunderstorm warning. Big bow echo here with waves, gravity waves along the leading edge. Likely destructive winds with that. And usually you got to watch with these QLCS events on the northern side of these bow echoes. That's the cyclonic vorticity generation side of that bow echo, on the northern side of it here, at least in the northern hemisphere. And it should be pulling in the inflow within that inflow notch. And this, sure enough, developed a tornadic circulation just south of Interstate I-244 and passed right over the intersection of 244 and 44. And now it looks like that tornado has just lifted. Could be a new circulation trying to form, though, out to the southwest of Catoosa. So you got to watch this area along I-44. Basically, the northern edge of this bow echo is where you get the generation of cyclonic vorticity, and you can get tornado-like whirls that will form within it. They get pulled underneath the updraft. They turn into destructive tornadoes, and then they'll weaken. And you can see a little destructive RFD surge back there moving through Tower Heights. Just to the north of that is where that tornado is located, right over I-44 up there on the northern side of that RFD bulge. And now it looks like it's coming up toward Catoosa, so it's ramping up once again. that circulation. So if you're in Catoosa, you want to be in your safe place right now. Looks like a new circulation ramping up fast and coming into town right now near Catoosa. So let's take a look and see if it's kicking up any debris. And it looks like it is. It's probably on the ground, definitely on the ground, southwest side of Catoosa, I think. I do think that's on the ground because that circulation ramped up so quickly there. There you can see the other one near I-44 over 244. It's possibly the same tornado as well. So it does look like that debris is about to, in a strong, potentially damaging tornado is about to head into Catoosa right there. You can follow the inflow all the way in, wrapping around here. These things usually evolve pretty fast. So this is happening in real time here on the radar. I'm live right now, and that's that circulation tornado coming into Catoosa right now. The radar is likely about a minute old, so that tornado is likely in Catoosa right now. Coming into Catoosa, you can see this effective RFD bulge off to the south of it. Likely debris ball there to the west of Catoosa, coming into Catoosa. Destructive tornado moving through east side of Tulsa, about to come into Catoosa here. Little scared to see what the next scan is going to bring, because I think it's going to show debris that gets lofted from the Catoosa area. There's the tornado. Westerlies on the south side of the tornado there, and the bright green inflow coming all the way around the northern side of that RFD bulge. So I think that this is a tornado. I know it's a tornado. Looks like it's down to radar indicated now based on that latest scan. So I can't confirm if that is debris, but it sure does look like it. If you're in Catoosa, I would treat it like a damaging tornado situation. Could just be a radar artifact, but that looks like a tornado to me. Might even be the same tornado that touched down in Western Village. See how fast it moved? So that's the same circulation and same debris field. And it looks like it's coming into Catoosa right now. Waiting for that next scan. Look at that circulation ramp up. It's hard to tell if that... I think that is the same circulation, so probably the same tornado. And it definitely was a tornado there, southeast of Bray. I'm looking at it right now. The earlier one in Oklahoma. I wish I could show it to you guys, but they'll probably get mad at me. But James Ledoux saw a tornado. Little debris circulation underneath. Nice big cone, too. So, decent tornado. Southwest of the lake there. Nice catch for that tornado. Wow. So there is that circulation coming into Catoosa, waiting on the next radar scan. And it already has a debris ball west of Catoosa there, so I already know this thing's coming into town. And there it is. Looks like it just went through Catoosa. There's that debris that got lofted as the circulation passed through Catoosa. Looks like it came pretty close to the Blue Whale right now, just north of the supermarket. But went right through the heart of Catoosa. I think there's a casino right there, too. Might have hit the casino, even. But that's that debris ball. Definitely is probably the same circulation that developed just to the south of 244. But it definitely was a tornado earlier in Oklahoma. Nice cone. Oh, wow. Already blew through Catoosa. And it looks like the tornado might have just lifted now. It's pretty close to the radar site, just northwest of the radar. Looks like it blew through Catoosa and definitely caused some damage. There was the debris right there, just pretty close to I-44. So that tornado looks like it paralleled I-44 near Catoosa for a little while, passing Route 66 as well, moving over I-44. And there is that debris to the east of the Verdigris area, just east of I-44. So that's either debris from Catoosa still suspended in the atmosphere, or it is still the same tornado, still in progress. But looking at velocity, it looks like that was debris from Catoosa, and that the tornado is actually lifted as of right now. So, pretty dangerous situation out here with this QLCS circulation. Pretty long-lived circulation as well, developing over the east side of Tulsa, moving up through Catoosa. I think there's quite a bit of damage in the Catoosa area right now. So definitely a pretty dangerous situation out here, northeastern Oklahoma. Looking to the south, still a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings north of Dallas. This storm looks like it's going to cause problems here to the east of Sanger. They've kind of merged into one dominant storm here right now. Looks like another hook trying to come around the backside here near I-35. It's absorbing this original storm and becoming just one big, massive, bean-shaped supercell. So it does look like that circulation started to ramp up near I-35. Letting some storm chasing friends of mine know that the rotation here is increasing just north of Sanger, just west of I-35 too. So this has the potential to go tornadic as well, just north of Dallas, North Texas there. You can see this new hook that's coming around the backside to the north of Sanger. Likely a wall cloud there. And there's this little hook-like appendage to the east of Sanger too. That doesn't have as much rotation with it though. But does have rotation, so kind of a two-pronged threat here. You've got this circulation ramping up between Boulevard and I-35. You've got this other circulation to the east of Sanger, east of I-35. Says he doesn't have visual of it yet, but he's on it. Definitely that circulation north of Sanger, approaching I-35, I think is the most dangerous circulation. This one, though, has rotation as well. And here's the front. The storm's along the front, approaching from the northwest. Storm trying to organize east of Sherman. But this one has clean inflow. Great low-level lapse rates as well, about 71/60 just to the south of it. 300 plus, 0 to 1 kilometer storm relative felicity. So this storm's definitely a concern right now. North of Denton, just north of Sanger is where that circulation is strongest. We've been tracking that damaging tornado in the Tulsa area as well, but went through Catoosa, bringing that debris, lofted debris over I-44. And this is all windbags through Bowie up there, west of Gainesville. This is the most dangerous storm just north of Sanger here. Still radar indicated. You can see how fast those circulations ramp up and then will weaken as well. That's where the circulation is now. You can see this inflow coming in just to the northwest of the radar site as of about 5 minutes ago. Extrapolating off to the east, it's probably just north of 412, just northwest of the radar site, west of Highway 88, southeast of I-44. But you can track that inflow in there right along the northern edge of that bulging RFD type structure. And in a lot of stratiform rain off to the south. And we're still watching this renegade north of Sanger with that hook coming around on the backside. It's definitely associated with strengthening rotation. We're looking north from the Dallas area here. Looking north from the Dallas area radar site. And pretty strong rotation approaching I-35 north of Sanger. So this storm definitely has potential to go tornado warned here shortly. There's been two circulations and two different storms that are trying to become one dominant supercell, but in their process of kind of absorbing, they've kind of prevented either one from from developing tornado potential. I think this is going to be the dominant storm, and it's going to absorb this one off to the southeast of it, and then this hook should swing around, pivot northwest to southeast across I-35 north of Sanger. But a lot of wind shear out here, so it does look like that circulation now is approaching I-35. It's not ramping up or anything, but it is still pretty tight there. See if we can see any debris getting lofted. We've had two tornadoes so far with this event. One east side of Tulsa up through Catoosa. That was the most recent one with the QLCS event. And then we had a renegade supercell that developed just southeast of Bray and dropped that tornado at 6:45 p.m., 8 miles southeast of Bray. I saw pictures of it, so it did happen. Definitely a tornado with that one. And we're breaking down this renegade storm here north of Dallas. Clean inflow coming into the south, from the south into this storm. There's just a couple of mesocyclones that are kind of coexisting right now, and looks like they're both still trying to dominate. Possible outflow surging off to the southeast of this monster hail near I-35 right there. And you can see those two mesocyclones, two different storms, kind of turning into a blob of massive hail with tornado potential. And it looks like this eastern one is trying to dominate. Eastern circulation here is starting to take off north of Green Valley. That's along Farm Road 455 there. But there you can see that hook-like appendage coming out on the southwest side. Very sharp reflectivity gradient as well. This hook should just travel right along that reflectivity gradient like a surface low moving along a warm front or a stationary front. And I do think that it looks like this eastern supercell is maintaining its identity and starting to dominate. Rotation starting to increase on it as well. And you still got this rotation right over I-35. That's nasty. So it doesn't look as good on reflectivity, but definitely rotating on radar back here. And then you got this one starting to ramp up off to the east. That looks more favorable on reflectivity. Going back to the circulation near Tulsa. Big bulging RFD here. Well, basically a QLCS pattern, but an effective RFD. And this is where you'd want to watch. Looks like there could be that circulation. Maybe let's see if we can look at velocity and see if we can pick it out. And it looks like it's right about there, just northwest of the radar site up there. Definitely that's where you want to watch for tornadic development, right in the notch. QLCS event here, but they usually will tighten up just behind the gust front, so that inflow will go all the way back in behind this lead gust front, and then we'll tighten up back behind the lead gust front a little bit. And we're still waiting for that tornado warning down here, as these two circulations are kind of competing with each other a little bit. One over I-35 north of Sanger. Big hail core up there right over I-35, likely swamping traffic over I-35. And then to the east, we have just south of Lake Ray Roberts, We've got this hook that's extending out, sharp reflectivity gradient west of Highway 377 there. So keeping a very close eye on that storm as well. Circulation could ramp up very quickly to the west of 377. And the tornado warning continues off to the north. Radar indicated in Oklahoma. Looks like we got another tornado warning for our renegade storm as well. That's ramping back up in southern Oklahoma. New tornado warning for this mode right here west of I-35 coming into the Arbuckles. But definitely strong rotation east of Poolville, west of I-35, heading into the Arbuckles here, northwest of Springer. Springer's included in the tornado warning. Doherty as well. I-35 from Cedar Village through Springer, north of Ardmore. So this is up in that Arbuckle Mountain region, but definitely strong rotation starting to ramp up. See if we can see any debris. Maybe even some correlation coefficient drop happening with this storm. So rotation is starting to ramp up with this. Possible correlation drop with this storm. Could easily be a tornado right in there as well. I think the next circulation is going to show tightening rotation, but look at that thing ramp up. Diving east-southeast into the Arbuckles. Big, mature mesocyclone there. A lot of directional shear available to these storms as well. Southeasterly surface winds all the way up to basically due westerly, even west-northwesterly in the mid-levels of the troposphere, causing some of these east-southeasterly storm motions. This area, I can tell you, between Doherty and Springer is very difficult to chase out there. That's where we lost that Springer tornado, April 22nd, 2020. Very difficult area to chase. But strengthening circulation there. Radar indicated circulation, likely some big hail with that thing too. There's that. It's got a storm right to its west, so this is probably going to be more of a rain wrap circulation as well. The earlier tornado, about 8 miles southeast of Bray, was very visible. That storm, a very clean, classic, if not an LP type of a supercell there. Still on the nose of this elevated mixed layer punch here as the front's coming down to the south. Still got to keep an eye on this monster to the Sanger and off to the east. Big hail down there being indicated. We're scanning pretty high up into the storm from the Oklahoma City radar, north of Dallas. There's that new tornado warning. And this was our original tornado producer that produced that tornado just on the southeast side of Bray. Waiting for a new radar scan here, and it looks like it is strengthening even further that rotation. So it probably is a tornado there, diving off to the east-southeast, southern Oklahoma. Got to be in your safe place there along I-35. And we did have that damaging tornado east side of Tulsa, near 244 and the 44 intersection, went through Catoosa, caused damage there. We saw the debris get lofted by radar. Might have even hit the casino out there near Catoosa. And we definitely had that tornado 8 miles southeast of Bray as well. All of this kind of ahead of that meso low off to the south. But a lot of directional shear available to these storms, which also is very favorable for large hail generation. And I do think that it's going to be this next storm. Kind of surprised it ended up being that far north. Thought it would have ended up being that Gainesville Renegade, which now is down near Sanger. Kind of have this conglomeration of two HP supercells here to the west of Pilot Point. Big bounded weak echo region. Possible HP tornadic circulation there, and a monster hail core over I-35. Just big time hail up to the size of about 1.5 inches happening there. I heard something upstairs. And there's the new circulation. They're still competing with each other, and it's probably going to end up being the death of these two storms, at least with regard to their tornado potential. Big hail, though, here east of I-35 now. The damage has been done along I-35. Probably big backups on I-35 there north of Sanger. And now it's trying to wrap up on the backside here, east of Union Hill, where that largest hail is located. This east storm, though, is trying to get absorbed and dominated by that other one behind it. You can usually look at echo tops and see which one's going to dominate. It looks like that western one is going to start to dominate. Much higher echo top on it. And you can see the western one take over. Eastern one tried to take over there north of Krugerville on approach to 377, but those echo tops have come down a little bit, and now the western one is starting to take over southeast of Unionville. Big spike on echo tops on that latest scan. So it does, oh yeah, there's monster hail right in there near Union Hill, northeast of Sanger, between Sanger and Union Hill there, north of Farm Road 455, and along the Farm Road 455, east of I-35, getting rocked by probably hail and excessive golf balls, maybe even up to baseballs. And then we got this tornado warned storm moving through the Arbuckles. It's got a storm right on its ass. Boy. So there's the circulation. Looks very healthy. The green area there is a storm relative inflow. Big northerlies on the backside of that circulation. So let's go back to the correlation coefficient here, see if we can see any tornado. It's possible that that is a debris, but it's probably big hail more than likely. But it is possible that that's debris from a tornadic circulation. There's a lot of trees out there in the Arbuckles. It's very close to that circulation as well, that correlation drop, but that does look like a radar artifact to me. Kind of sampling more of the inflow there. Kind of more showing you where that inflow is located into that circulation, but it's a very healthy mesocyclone, supercell moving out to the east-southeast here, radar indicated circulation, and it includes I-35 near the Arbuckle Mountain region, north of Ardmore, from Springer up through Cedar Village. Includes all of Springer now, I-35. Doherty. And this area is very difficult to access too. We tried to do a damage survey out there to the south of Doherty from that April 22nd, 2020 tornado. And there were all these signs that said you'll be shot on the spot out there if you're caught, walking on that property, and it was just impossible to access it. So I think that they ended up getting news helicopters, and they were able to get out there and give that tornado an EF2 rating. So there is that mesocyclone prompting that tornado warning. We still have the one way off to the north too that's tornado warned up in Tulsa, and it is trying to reinvigorate there to the east of McFarland. Could even be a tornado in progress. Let's see if we can see. And it is. There's that tornado right now, just to the east of Highway 88, northeast of McFarland. Very close to the radar. That's the tornado right now. So it should say observe. That definitely is that. That's definitely the tornado. You can see that little RFD surge there. It doesn't take much of these QLCS tornadoes, and that's very close to the radar. So you're basically looking right at ground level. Just to the east of McFarland, looks like we do have damage happening. Probably fall colors getting lofted more than anything out there, just northeast of the radar site. With Pryor Creek, Highway 69 there, Pryor Creek and off to the south is included. Ground report. Chance says it's so cold out there, but it's cold aloft too. It's right under the core of that trough, so there's a lot of cold air aloft. So there's a lot of instability. Steep lapse rates for these storms. A lot of spin aloft that you can even see in the radar. So I do think it still has tornado potential out here. kind of an embedded supercell with convection all around it, back behind it as well. That could create kind of a rain-wrapped tornado situation here as it approaches I-35 between Cedar Village and Springer. Kind of that pinched off nose there. Still the one down north of Denton that's severe warned. It's trying to organize. Hail up to 1.75 inches. It does say tornado possible now within that severe thunderstorm warning. And it does look like the rotation's increasing now on Dallas radar here, just to the east of Sanger and north of Green Valley. So 2 circulations still exist with this storm. Just will not give up with that dual circulation deal that's happening. We lost all of the warnings. Good. But there's definitely severe hail with this. Just in between warnings right now. Pilot Point, east of Sanger. Definitely could get some big hail to the north of Green Valley as well. And still monitoring for tornado potential down here north of Dallas. Charlie. Still have the tornado warning in the Arbuckles as well that we're monitoring. 1.75 inch hail. You're probably going to get some 2-inch hail in there even. Especially to the east of Union Hill, south of Lake Ray Roberts, north of Green Valley, north of Farm Road of 455 there. Big hail up there. Nice hook that's coming around on that storm. And the tornado warning west of Springer still in effect, coming in to the Arbuckles there. Rain wrap circulation. You can see a little weak echo region there where that circulation would be. A little bit more diffuse than it was on the last radar scan, but still has tornado potential. Big area of storm relative inflow to the east of it there as well. But that's where that circulation would be. A pretty large mesocyclone approaching I-35 north of Springer. Very healthy meso. Let's check some of my boots on the ground here. Only updates now are that it's so cold inside this tornado warning. And then we have the one northeast in Rogers County. Rogers Maze, and did get that observed tag up there as we expected. QLCS tornado. They usually happen a little bit behind the gust front here, but very close to where those kinks are located. Really got to use the dual pole technology when you're looking for these tornadoes. But it looks like that's where that tornado is located now, west of Road 4270. And there's some of that damage. That's where that tornado is located right now. So, oh, and there it is, a bigger debris ball now. Approaching Sportsman Acres, Lusta area, Mid-America Industrial Park Airport, north of Chateau. So this is a pretty populated area here along Highway 69 to the south of Pryor Creek. I've chased a lot out in this area too. Definitely showing you that debris tornado happening right now west of Interstate 69. And it's crazy. It's not really showing up very much on the velocity, but it definitely is showing up with the debris ball. Debris getting lofted by that circulation. So it shows you how shallow these QLCS tornadoes can also be. So you definitely can use tools like the dual pole radar technology to see where that debris is getting lofted. It looks like right now that debris is between 4270 and also northbound 4280. That debris right there, that correlation drop showing you leaves, other debris getting lofted up. Hopefully not any structures, but definitely scatterers that are much bigger than raindrops, meso mist, anything like that. So definitely confirmed tornado with that circulation. And still no tornado warning with our tail on Charlie down north of Denton. Big hail though with that one. Still two supercells competing with each other down there. And then you've got this tornado producer, the original tornado producer that still has a tornado warning approaching I-35. Sounds like it is pretty cold, the inflow into that storm, but there is a lot of cold air aloft. And there you can see where that supercell would be located. Still radar indicated. Big hail potential with that one as well coming into the Arbuckles here. It's like the same circulation we just looked at, so it does look like it's becoming a little bit less organized with time as it moves off to the east-southeast. So there's that mesocyclone. Looks like it's becoming a little bit more diffuse, but still has this large area of storm relative inflow to the east of it. And we've got that confirmed tornado producer up passing south of Pryor Creek, but approaching Highway 69. That observed a tornado up there. Confirmed tornado located 5 miles southwest of Pryor Creek, moving east at 45 as of 7:57. So as of 7 minutes ago, coming close to Sportsman Acres community. And all you can see is that little RFD pop above the ground, but it actually tightens up into a tornado vortex below that. Looks like that damage, though, not quite as evident as it was. That's still it, though. It looks like it crossed Highway 69 just east of Lusta now. But closing in on Sportsman Acres, Boatman areas, you're included in that tornado warning. Definitely debris drop, definitely some fall colors probably get lofted there. Hopefully no structures. And we are live breaking down this tornado event. We've had a lot more tornadoes up here from this QLCS event than we have down south, but we did have one confirmed tornado earlier, about 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that was just southeast of Bray by about 8 miles with this same storm that still has a tornado warning approaching I-35. It's northwest of Springer. It is going to pass just to the north of Springer, but Springer is still included in that tornado warning. Radar indicated. Reports on the ground are that inflow is cold into this storm, but we've already had tornadoes tonight, so it shows that the thermodynamics are supportive of tornadoes still. So this is the circulation north of Springer here that I'm keeping a very close eye on. Definitely a diffuse circulation there northwest of Springer, but looks like the tornado potential is decreasing with time with that circulation there. Kind of transitioning to more of a QLCS type of an event there in northeastern Oklahoma. But we still need to watch this circulation down north of Dallas, south of Pilot Point now. Looks like that inflow is still cranking into this thing, this conglomerate hail producer here near Pilot Point, north of Krugerville. Big hail probably falling out of this storm, especially as those mesocyclones are starting to weaken. The hail that's suspended up in the storm falls out. It's called a hail core dump. So that's probably happening right now between Pilot Point and Krugerville. And we still have this circulation passing just south of Pryor Creek. Radar indicated now that circulation, so that's good news. But a long-lived notch here inside this squall line. Definitely a long-lived QLCS circulation. I'm going to continue to watch this notch here for additional tornado development. But that's what we're dealing with here. Tornado event happening, severe weather event in Oklahoma. Still this tornado warning approaching I-35. Circulation looking a little bit more diffuse, but still tornado warning continues for another 20 minutes or so there, crossing I-35 near Springer. Says it was wrapped in rain, had a nice bull funnel and a nice bull circulation about 5 or 10 minutes ago. That'd be 10 minutes ago now, northwest of Springer. So still does have some tornado potential there. And I'm going to keep breaking in here live throughout the night tonight as this tornado event continues. Stay safe and stay tuned to warnings. Never stop chasing.